Hi, it is Thursday and we are live with the Hair Hotline. I'm going to give it a couple seconds, but while I do that, I'm going to go ahead and type in our topic. All right. And hello. I'm going to pin the topic. I always have trouble pinning. There we go. Going to give it a couple more seconds before I before I go ahead and talk about our topic. Give me 1 second. Okay. All right, I'm going to give it just a couple more. Today is Thursday. We are live for our hello. We are live today for our weekly session of Live with the Hair Hotline. Today we're going to be talking about Black Jamaican Castor Oil. Excuse me. So I'm going to give it just a couple more seconds. Hello. All right. So I'm sure at this point we're about 7:01. So I'm going to go ahead and get started. So today we're talking about Black Jamaican Castor Oil or Jamaican Black Castor Oil, however you choose to identify it. Now, as a licensed professional, I have a love-hate relationship with this oil. I think that when it first came out, it was all the craze like coconut oil. And well, not when it first came out, but when people first rediscovered it, it was all the craze, just like coconut oil, right? So everybody said it did this, it did that, and weren't really testing the theory. They just went off of what someone told them that it did. So I'm going to give you the real deal on Black Jamaican Castor Oil and whether or not you really should use it and whether or not it really does work. So, Black Jamaican Castor Oil is basically just a moisturizer for the hair, or just for your body. It's just a moisturizer in general. It is great for moisturizing. It is great for its omega-3 properties, which are moisturizing properties. It also has some antioxidant properties to it also. Which make it good for the hair. Now, that's the love part of it. The hate part of it is extremely heavy. It is I don't even know how else to say it. It's just heavy. It's a really thick oil. Now, another part of the things that I really don't like about the Black Jamaican Castor Oil is also that with it being heavy, it's what we call a comedogenic oil, meaning it clogs the pores if you use it often enough. So while you're trying to help and you're trying to moisturize and you are trying to get all these great qualities from it, it is actually, when you use it too much, it's actually giving you the opposite effect. It's actually harming the hair or harming your body part, whatever part you're trying to moisturize that has a hair follicle, because it's going to clog those pores. So it's really great to help strengthen the hair. If you're using it, we're just going to talk about hair. If you're using it in your hair, it really does help strengthen and it does help moisturize. But you have to just be careful with how often you use it. So we should never be using Black Jamaican Castor Oil every day. You should be using it every few days, maybe every 3 to 5 days. You can use it, and in the meantime you can use a non-comedogenic oil in between, so something like a jojoba oil or something like a grapeseed oil. And if you watched any of the previous videos, you'll know that jojoba oil is actually the best oil that you can use on your body and on your hair. Now, Black Jamaican Castor Oil can also be used, you can mix it with a conditioner. So when you are shampooing and conditioning your hair, you can add some of that to your conditioner for added moisturizing properties, and added shine for your hair. But like I said, we shouldn't be using it all the time. And I see a question here. Would you recommend it for skincare? It actually does work good on the skin because of its antioxidant properties and its strengthening properties, and the omega properties of it. It is good for people that experience acne to use it on their skin. But like I said, you should never be using it every day. You can also use it other places where you would like for your hair to grow. So if you wanted to use it on the edges, if you wanted to use it on your eyebrows, or for guys, if you want to use it on your beard, that's really great. But just remember, we should never be using this every day because it will clog your pores. So that's really it. It was just super quick today, just talking about Black Jamaican Castor Oil, and my love-hate relationship with it. If you all have any more questions, I would love to take any more questions. But other than that, it is a great moisturizer to use. To recap, it's a great moisturizer. It does have some strengthening properties to it. It does have some omega properties to it, which are good for moisturizing. But just remember, we shouldn't be using it every day because it will clog your pores, and it does counteract what you're trying to do, which is trying to have luscious hair, luscious moisturized hair. But it will clog your pores if you use it too often. Thank you so much for joining. I see that I just had that one question. Join me next week. So next week, I'm actually going to tell you what we're talking about next week. Next week, we're actually going to be talking about Kiki oil. So I have some great things planned for us to be talking about Kiki oil, and talking about the great properties of Kiki oil, and what it does and what it is and all of those great things. So thank you so much for joining. I do see that someone else just joined. We were talking about Black Jamaican Castor Oil. This video will be up and running for the next few hours or so you can go back and watch it. Thank you all so much for joining, and thank you all so much for joining every Thursday, and I'll see you all next week. Thank you for watching Live with the Hair Hotline. We are live every Thursday at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time on Instagram Live. Don't forget to like this video, like all of our other videos, and subscribe to our channel at The Hair Hotline.